Good morning, good evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are, and welcome to the 10th episode of Jam Ladies.
Yay!
I am your host, Amanda, and I'm here with the usual suspects, Zaq and Laura.
Hello.
I'm not guilty.
And we have a special guest. We have, oh my God, guys, it's a boy. A boy. Kasper's here!
Hey everyone!
Do you want to introduce yourself? Tell us a bit about you.
Sure. My name is Kasper. You might have heard me on the previous episode, I think it was, right? Where I did the roller coaster radio segment about not my favorite song, but the one that means the most to me. And I'm from Norway. There's really not much to say about me. I'm pretty boring. I'm not active at all, actually, like online in the fandom. So you guys are the only ones that I really know. So be gentle with me, please.
Oh, we shan't.
Yeah.
We shan't. You're going head first into a topic today, which is quite derisive and decisive.
And you've got a Zaq who we're pretty sure has like heat stroke.
And is, again, bouncing off the wall. So, yeah.
She took too much time.
Bounce, baby, bounce, 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 baby,
Oh, my
bounce.
God. Anyway, gang. Let's do a weekly catch-up. How are we all?
I'm doing great. I learned to crochet. I think I talked about this in our last episode.
No, you made one granny square last time.
Yeah. Well, now I've made 2 bags and a tiny blanket for Lemon.
And one of the bags is mine. Lucky I. How about you, Zachary?
To this week, I made a green cake
Yes. Why did you make a
yes.
green cake?
because it was Shintaro's birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday,
Oh, he's here.
Shintaro.
Yay!
Our
Baby,
Uchiwa
the
god.
big baby. And I had heat exhaustion this morning.
You still have it.
No, yeah, I visited a park, which is quite nice to go out, and it's quite a dated park already from the 1990s flower expo in Osaka. And it was beautiful because they have this field of sunflowers. That's why I needed to go this week because they're gonna be dead next week. So yeah. And then I just enjoyed the sun, and then my body gave up. There we go.
What's the sun? I've never seen it. I've just been trapped inside working. However, I'm learning how to weave and lots of different things like they keep telling us to do in lockdown. How about you, Kasper?
Oh, I've just been working, and the weather's been really terrible. It's been really cold and raining all the time, so I actually don't remember what the sun looks like either.
Fuck you, it's cold.
How's the temperature there?
Yeah, what's the temperature?
Right now, it's probably like 16 degrees Celsius, maybe.
Give me. It's 30 here right now.
It's actually 28 right now.
Earlier
but-
when
yeah,
I was
earlier.
under the sun.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Feels like 29.
No, I was thinking, like, this time last year, we were actually in Germany.
Oh,
And we
And
thought...
we were so fucking cold.
Yeah, we went to a concert and we got
Rained on.
Yeah, we got rained and sleeted, I guess is
And
the...
we were standing for 9 hours.
Yeah, for that long. It was
Yeah.
freezing,
Yeah.
but it was nice. It was a nice reprieve from Japan's bullshit.
Yeah.
So.
It's July, right?
I mean,
Yeah, July.
usually Germany's pretty hot in the summer, so
Yeah,
that's unfortunate.
I think when I studied there when I left when it was summer, and it was very confusing to me because it was my first time experiencing such a big difference between the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere. So going back, and it was like, well, it wasn't cold because it doesn't really get cold in Brisbane, but it was still a bit of a shock. Like it was just like very hot to very cold very quickly.
Yeah.
Same with when I'd visit Japan or something and I'd come back and I'd be holding my coat and getting off the plane and just being hit with humidity and
There was the year that you missed winter.
Yeah, 2 years. I missed winter for 2 years. Anyway,
I wish that were me.
Oh yeah. No, see, I wish I was there. Like I wish 100%. Anyway, why don't we get into news? Not the So at the top of the hour, we have the biggest news of the week, which was Okra had a fever.
It was so scary.
I guess.
The worst had happened.
Yeah, it was the worst thing that could happen.
No, the thing is, the next day, my co-workers who are not Johnny's fans were saying to me, "Oh," because they know I'm a Johnny's fan. They know I'm a big Johnny stan. It's like, "Oh, Okura has a fever. What happened to him?" and so on. And then when I saw her phone, there's like this newspaper article, the usual newspaper article in Japan where the kanjis are big about Okura's sickness. And it's like, is it a slow news day today? Why is it?
I will never forget when we were at the Genki concert and they announced what he had, and our Hinatan, she turns to me and she's like, it's something in Japanese. And she's sitting there manically trying to Google what it is in English. And I'm like, oh, it's intestinitis or whatever it is, or whatever it's called. But
intestinal blockage.
Yeah. And then
choheisok. That's what it was.
Yeah. The next day, the newspaper had that giant headline. Oh, the poor duck.
I just had
His health is just like national news every time.
Yeah. Every time Okra drops dead or something.
Breaks his leg.
Yeah.
But
oh, that's right. He broke his leg.
Yeah.
Earlier in the year, yeah. So before
last year.
After he had his
the
fever.
Netflix thing.
He wasn't
the Netflix
documentary thing.
Oh, yeah.
It was in there.
He recovered for the recording of the live PV, and I got a little bit stressed because Hina was wearing Gucci loafers in water. So who knows what the plot of this film clip is going to be? What do we think?
Well, it's Hina, and Gucci is just like flip-flops for him, so.
Oh, yes.
And, wait, the PV and MV, because like in Kurasmas or something like that, or I think it's Maru, who's commented that PVs, we call it PVs before, promotional videos. He was commenting that right now, they're calling it MVs.
Oh.
That's why I have the slash there.
Like music videos.
Yeah, so yeah. But then, anyways,
But we've all been in Johnny's fandom so long that we're still just going to keep calling them PVs because that's what we're used to.
Now, I think it's because the millennials coming from the western part of the world calling it MVs before, because music video MTV. But then
now we're in a unique position today where we actually have someone that we can ask the question, would you wear those fucking ugly clothes?
No, and I think they should be banned. I think we need to put a hit out on their stylists.
for the PV.
Yeah.
Which one? For the performance that they did, was it yesterday?
Yes.
They're wearing those horrible, baggy, I don't even know what to call them. They all look like grandpas. I'm sorry, but that was bad. And I can deal with, like, the standard feathers and sequins kind of tacky. Actually, I love that shit. But this is just bad in an actually terrible way.
What if Virgil made those clothes?
Virgil did make some of those clothes.
It's not about like the individual pieces. It's about the way that they were coordinated, and I don't even know. It's just bad.
What are their stylists called? Baby teeth? Baby's
breath.
Baby's breath.
No, they're the ones who dressed them up at the backstage. But I'm not sure if they're the ones who...
No, they're their stylists, yeah.
I'm looking at their promo photo outfits again, and just
the website.
Like Maru's X-ray apron, I think is maybe the worst.
He's delivering food to children in a Japanese kindergarten.
Yeah, right. But no, I'm sure Hina would have gotten rubber soles put on his loafers, I hope.
Anxiety.
Again.
Anxiety.
Well, no, because he fucking slip and fall on his ass, for one thing.
I don't know why they're in water. Because they're reborn.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Venus coming out.
It's probably gonna have like slow-mo where like they move in the water and then there's like splashes and like that kind of shit. I think that's what's gonna happen. What?
Yeah, to me it seems like they're trying to like move away from, you know, the whole Tomoyo like serious image, because now they're wearing like colors and it's like pastels or whatever. So they're trying to be like cheerful.
Pastels for spring.
Yeah.
Yeah. Groundbreaking.
Groundbreaking.
You're gonna hate me.
What?
I just need to show you what they're gonna do.
I think so.
No, with the water. I'm gonna show you what they're gonna do with the water.
Don't show me a picture of wet Maru.
No, they're gonna do this in the water. And you're gonna hate me because it's something that you don't want to see. There you go.
She's playing
they're gonna
this.
do this.
She's
There you
playing
go. They're
a
gonna
Stones
do
video.
We got a Stones video.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like take a shot every time Zach shows the Stones.
No comment.
Zach.
You got stoned, man.
No illegal drugs were consumed during the recording of Jam Ladies, as we all understand the strictness of drug offense penalties in Japan.
Allegedly.
Hey, one of us is in Oslo. A hop, skip, and a jump to the Netherlands.
It's not far away at all.
Yeah.
Oh no, we've talked about how much I snooze. Snooze? Is that how you say it?
Snoosh.
What?
Oh, how you say it here? Well, you say snooze.
Snooze.
I don't. You know what?
Why did I say it like sneeze?
You put it under your lip, right?
Yeah.
What? What are we talking about?
Snoosh.
Yeah.
Casper can explain.
Yeah,
Tobacco.
it's tobacco,
Chewing.
Oh,
basically in like a little pouch, and you put it under your, or you can put it in your cheek or like under your upper lip, and you look really stupid while you have it in there. And also it like makes your teeth go bad. I don't know, it's gross.
Right, and then you like spit into a rusty can, right? That's what I.
Yep. Well, I
that's
mean,
my
well,
cultural.
they used to do that because they used to just put like loose tobacco up
Yeah,
there.
loose tobacco. What do you call that? What I like from Norway is the cheese, the brown cheese. Is it from your side of the pond?
What cheese?
The brown cheese?
That is the vaguest thing. Do you have brown cheese, Casper?
Or-
Absolutely.
Yeah, there you go. I love those.
Oh, is that a Norwegian thing?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like goat milk and cow milk mixed or whatever, and it kind of tastes like caramel.
Yes, I love those.
Oh.
I don't know this cheese.
I do not. Yeah, both Laura, the two white girls in the room are like, what?
And I just eat it as is.
Unknown
Without
cheese.
putting it anywhere. Just eating like slices of
I guess we should probably get the not so great news out of the way, but unfortunately yesterday we lost someone very important to the Japanese film and television industry. Haruma-kun, Midoriya Haruma, he unfortunately passed away yesterday. So if you are feeling alone or you're feeling like you're struggling during this time, we will leave a link to support groups and telephone numbers that you can call. Please always remember that you are necessary, you are loved, and there are people who would be lost without you. It's really shocked me. I don't know about you guys, but it's floored me. It's like it punched me in the face yesterday.
like it's unexpected. Everybody was like excited with Uta no Hi or Ongako no Hi yesterday, and then boom, just breaking news.
Yeah.
And still questions why. We'll never know, but then at least I hope he's at peace. He's at peace right now.
Yeah, I feel like this is the kind of thing that no one ever sees coming because they're so, good at hiding this type of thing in the entertainment industry in Japan. And not just Japan, but I guess Korea too, for example.
Yeah, like
And
John.
so it kind of comes out of the blue every time something like this happens.
I can't imagine an acting landscape without him. He was such an integral part of Japanese film and television, and this is such a tough time for everyone that I'm not the type. I don't want to know what he left behind. That's for the families. That's for people who care about him. I mean, obviously we care about him, but I just hope the family gets to have some peace, because Lord knows the newspapers here don't
Mince or dice up.
Yeah.
They bring out, and they started already.
Yeah, because a lot of the English newspapers, or like the English articles, didn't actually say details, but all the Japanese ones had it in the title of the actual article, and it's just like, come on, guys. It's just, we can remove this stigma, but yeah, we here at the podcast, we're sending love to you. Haruma-kun, we miss you.
Yeah.
In happier news.
Yeah, what else did we miss? I mean, I missed this one.
What, the PV?
No, this one. Eito being in radio. Because this is so
Ah!
good.
Yeah, because Okra.
Yeah, well, that ties in with Okura's fever, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Happened at the same time.
I just imagine, because I always remember with his whole IB situation at Genki, afterwards when he was talking about it, he was like, because the doctors were like, you can't go on stage, you could die. And I remember him being like, no, but it would be like really cool to die on stage.
Oh my God.
And so I just imagine like him being like, no, I'm gonna go, I want to be on the radio with my boys, like just like clawing at a doorway and like being dragged away.
And he was filming for Chronicle the afternoon.
Yeah, he left.
Yeah.
And then he left. He just, I think the manager said, no, you have enough. You need to go home and rest. And yeah, they missed him in the radio show, but I really missed hearing Hina and Yoko in the radio. Like,
Yeah. It was nice. It was really nice. It was something that I wish they would do more often, especially with like the social distancing and stuff. The way they set it up was really nice. I had to crack up on Chronicle, the one where Okura wasn't there, where like Hina had 3 panels and they were like joking and saying that he needs them because he spits too much. And they don't want to get sick because of spitty Murakami.
Oh my God. No, the Yoko typing is just...
Oh, God.
I don't
That
believe
was incredible.
It was, yeah. Alexa, oh my fucking God. I can't believe that Maru doesn't know how to type. I'm putting it out there. I just don't believe that man doesn't know how to touch type.
Maybe with the keyboard. Maybe he's like a pro with the smartphone.
But I mean, like, he's got a laptop, right? At home.
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah.
He must know. Like, I don't know, because, I mean, that would explain why he didn't know about, like, left clicking, for example. Because that was, like, I was like, what?
Maybe.
He has an
But
iMac, though.
Was it
No,
Yoko or was it Maru who didn't know about, like, where the space bar was?
It was
God. Well, Yoko is a 200-year-old man, so like spiritually.
Hey,
when
remember
they
the
did
crow?
the like Google Maps thing, that was so funny.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mind blown.
Do you ever
Hilarious.
just like, do you think we chose the wrong group or did we choose the correct group?
I'm not really sure.
Both.
Both,
Yes.
yeah. They chose us.
No, I'm thinking right now, they were just born yesterday when it comes to social media and internet stuff, right? So they grew up, quote unquote, without the internet.
I guess. I mean, like, Yoko's 2 years older than me. Yeah, he's 2 years older than me.
No, I mean within Johnny's, because Johnny's just entered the internet like the
yeah.
last 5 years.
And
so.
as far as like their entire culture goes, like a lot of Japanese people don't have a computer at home. Like that was a big issue when we started
Lockdown,
like people doing telework. Like it was like that's why they were sending people's office computers to their houses, because people don't have computers.
Case in point, I'm pressed up against a printer because I have my work computer behind me because I couldn't possibly use Apple device. Dun, dun, dun. So 24-hour television is a go. It's a bunch of randos, including... I'm an idiot. 24-hour television was announced. It's a bunch of randos I can't remember except for Masu. But Inochi will be the chairman. Don't care. Does anyone else care?
No.
If it's for charity, then I might buy the shirt or something like
The
that.
shirt's quite cute.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? I haven't seen it.
And I'm not sure if they're gonna do the marathon.
I hope not.
I hope not.
Seems fucking...
Or maybe it's just gonna be like another happy life with you. Because every group has a representative there, so most of the Johnny's group will just pop up.
Except for Kanjani.
Oh.
Well,
Well, we'll never know.
Well, they've done it twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
24 RTV loves them, so.
I admit that I have never watched a whole 24-hour television.
me neither.
Impossible.
Me neither.
Yeah, I can. Like, people upload it, and it's like, I'm not downloading something that's larger than 2 computers. Like,
I just watch clips.
65
Like,
gigabytes.
yeah. And I'm not putting it on my DVR because
Yeah.
it'll fill the entire DVR. But
Yeah.
anyway, we also got our children this week. Our little, what the fuck are
bus.
these called? The bus kids.
Oh, you can put that
The
song
boys.
in.
The Venga boy. Yes, thank you, Casper. Thank you for bringing the euro to my pop
yes.
right now.
She's saying this as she's stroking the Yoko boy on the head.
He said, "We've got the
Good
party."
boy.
We
So, just so that everyone knows, they do have nipples and penises.
They do.
Thank God for that.
They all do.
I can also put my hand up into Yoko's
Don't put
hair.
your hand into Yoko's hair.
Can you like take the hair off?
No,
No,
Oh
it's
my
stitched
God.
on.
I probably
That's-
could.
Please don't.
I don't.
Ah,
This is the
yes.
important. The mole.
The mole.
The mole is there.
Yeah, Hina's
The
back
mole.
mole is there. Neck mole.
Everybody has a mole at their back. Everybody in Kanchani.
Do they?
They all have a back mole.
Yes, they have. Even the
This-
ones who left.
There's only one mole I'm interested in. Why does that sound sexy? I'm talking about the one under Mara's lip.
I have 2 moles I'm
Are you
there.
right there,
But-
babe?
what mole? Who's the mole?
Oh my god.
Moyle?
I find it attractive. I'm
It's
sorry.
nice. I like
Everybody. Mara's mole is attractive to me.
it. Mm.
And apparently it tastes salty.
Oh, yes.
Only because he's
Remember
been crying.
Wait. It excretes its own.
No,
No, it's just because he's sweaty.
Okay.
he's a sweaty
Yeah.
motherfucker. I feel like he had to remove the tongue ring because it would have gotten caught every time he like tried to lick his lips on
Yes.
the mole.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why. Or Johnny's.
Or probably.
Just
Yeah.
Johnny's in general.
Tongue ring and jump now. Yeah. Belly
Oh,
ring is-
speaking of Johnny's and things that they shouldn't do, I looked up Tegoshi's tattoos. Apparently, he has a rose on one ankle, and then the word perfection on the other ankle.
Oh, it's
Holy shit.
speaking of Tegoshi.
And all of his fans are worried that he's not going to be allowed to go on television anymore, or that he's given up going on television because he has tattoos now.
But is this like, did he immediately get those tattoos
That's what
after
I don't
leaving?
know. I was like skimming a Yahoo News article about it, but
Well, I guess maybe you went with Subaru because Subaru was lamenting Skull Charm. It seems this week on Instagram, and it was the first time I think I've seen his hand in
scar.
a long time. Yeah, without makeup on it, and it just you realize that you go back to that time where he had to
Cover
Get
it
it-
up.
well, he had to get it removed over like
Yeah.
18 months. Normally,
Yeah.
you do that procedure over like 5 years or something because it's so painful. So he lost the use of his hands and stuff for a while, and I don't know.
That's
You
why
should
he
go get it
always
done.
does that, reaching out to you, because Scotland is reaching out.
I remember seeing there's a Casper may know this, he may not, but there's a very famous theatre makeup called Dermacol, and it covers anything.
Yeah, I know that.
Like the blackest of tattoos. So he obviously has been wearing that.
There are some performances that I can still see the scar.
Yeah. Sometimes you can, but I didn't know it was that bad from that Instagram picture. So
Well, he got it removed, a lot of years ago, and today I think the technology is much better, so you don't end up with those scars.
Absolutely,
But back then, it was also extremely expensive back then to remove tattoos. So
yeah. And
I don't know if he had
just
to pay for that himself, but kind of.
Oh, I bet he did.
he paid with it in other ways, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the fact, I don't know, forcing someone that young
Yeah.
to do that much pain over such a short amount of time is a punishment, I feel.
Yeah.
Speaking of young, and you came from Tegoshi, I just want to share something.
Do I need to get my shot glass?
No, the thing is that Tegoshi's been going to YouTube, and he has no filter right now.
What kind of shit is he saying?
Okay, so he shared the other day that he lost his virginity at 16. And I looked at his picture when he was 16, and it's like, what?
Wouldn't he be in the
I'm-
dorms then?
Probably. I'm not really surprised, knowing what I know about him. I
Yeah.
don't know. This does not shock
It's
me at
not
all.
shocking.
Because he entered Johnny's at 16.
Yeah.
He debuted at 17. He lost his virginity at 16.
Nagase.
Oh my god.
God.
No.
No.
Only
Yama
one member of
Picho.
Tokyo.
Yamapicho.
Yamapi, yeah. That close one. No, him and Subaru. Tego and Subaru. Join in Ming, Casper.
No, this is terrifying.
A rose.
The word perfection.
The
Perfection.
best one.
That's just fucking. I think I
He's perfect.
When you come to Japan, Casper, we'll all get tattoos that say
Perfection. Opulence.
perfection, opulence.
You own everything.
I'm also not surprised that he got that type of tattoo for some
Right.
reason. It just makes sense.
Yeah, it's hilarious, but it's not surprising. Sorry.
Tegoshi
Probably
at
in,
16.
cursive. I don't know. I can see it.
Oh,
I can see
yeah, it
too.
is.
I can see it. Yeah.
Like that, the default
Yeah.
cursive.
Yeah.
Curse. Oh god.
That comes with Windows.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. Johnny's Stream Island will be occurring soon.
Soon.
And the funniest aspect is that they're doing color medley. So those who are green will be doing a song together. Those who are orange will be doing a song together, etc., etc. You may realize the problem here because no one's image color is black except for Mr. Yokoyama. So he is going to do his own solo.
Unless he gets Nagase-ren. But he's
Is
not.
Nagase's image color black?
No, yes. But then he's a Kansai guy, but then
They may do.
yeah,
actually.
maybe.
Yeah,
He
they may
just
do.
pops up.
Because I have no doubt that the Kansai kids are gonna pop up.
The Kansai boy, yeah. Second name.
The best song. I haven't bought my ticket yet.
No, we bought our if or ticket.
Yes, because
If
our dad has blessed us again with If or Neo.
I'm not sure if we can watch.
Oh my god, it was.
They're not. They're
she
actually
might
they're
have
not
to work.
archiving it.
That's
Yeah.
what. Maybe because they found out that
We were all downloading.
what they call that. Allegedly, we downloaded it. Allegedly.
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
How
So
many
yeah,
of these has he done now?
this
Like
so
11.
he ended on 10.
Yeah.
So it'll be
Yeah.
number 11.
11th.
Which,
Yeah.
So that's pretty exciting. Hinatan is obviously very excited, but the thing is, when you bought the ticket, you had to fill in this ridiculous questionnaire. So you were given like a map of the Shinokubo area, which is where the Tokyo Globe Theatre is. And so the Tokyo Globe was renamed Hina no Uchi, so like Hina's house. And then there was like a series of numbers and a bunch of stuff like the Hina drugstore, the supermarket, the gyudon place, the hamburger place. And you had to write which Johnnies, so say like Yamapi. I think Yamapi would live at number 1 because he likes hamburgers or whatever. No idea what this has to do with anything. And then you had to choose out of 3 women's styles which one you thought would fit Hina the best. So it was like, they were all very generic, but like an OL and then like, you know, kind of a cool grandma and that sort of thing. So it's just like, what is this? Is he going to bring this up? Or
yeah, that's what it sounds like. He's going to use it for material, maybe.
Yeah.
And it was, like, part of it was that you would be put into a lottery to virtually attend
Ask
the
questions,
play
I think.
as a hologram.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
wow.
So, like, I think like 100 people would have been chosen
I really hope our Hina
as
time.
holograms to attend.
So that's going to
Nothing
happen. We're pretty excited. I think it's going to be really cool because the Kansai kids are the coolest.
Yeah.
But speaking of Kansai kids who are no longer involved with this sort of thing, we need to have a talk to your boy, Zaq, because
Yeah.
do you want to explain what he's chosen to
I'm not sure. He's just like what he did when he left. There's a taxi waiting outside, and he's just too eager to get out. So he's the first one among the circle of Johnnies to announce a live event in a closed area. And it's going to be held in Yokohama and in Osaka. And as of now, it's not really the right time yet.
do? Hey, he's going to be providing masks.
Oh, and it's branded.
It's
branded.
branded.
It has a sign.
And there's going to be 2 seats between each.
Yes,
you know.
and you'll have, and it's per the guidelines of the government, the event. Okay, and if you're gonna check your temperature, and you cannot sell your tickets because they're gonna track you.
You're gonna do contact tracing.
Yeah, so NG for selling tickets and transferring tickets. Okay, he's very insistent on that.
And how's his fan base taking this?
The ones who quote unquote loves him unconditionally, the blinded ones are so happy, but then those are thinking straight. It's like, fuck, Rio, stop. You're not, you know what? You're gonna make more money online. 5,000 people is not worth the risk. You're
No.
not.
No, and it's expensive too. It's
Yeah,
like
and
12,000 yen, isn't it?
Yeah, the 13,000 yen for the arena and then the stand. So you just imagine Osaka Joe. It's if this jam ladies or the first listeners imagine Spirits concert. There's just 5,000 people in that big of an area. And if you're the unlucky fucker who got the sky seats near the Tachimi, good luck to you. It's better for you to watch it online than just, risk everything. And the thing is, if it's just him risking himself, just like what Dago did, it's his prerogative, but he's risking the lives of a lot of people. And one thing is like, I can go to one show. Technically, I can make it, even if it's a work day. I can walk to the venue from my house. But now, as much as I want to see him, I haven't seen him even when his last concert. I didn't get tickets. I just got tickets from the movie theater live. No, it's not gonna be worth it. He's gonna be on the stage. He cannot go near you. He's just gonna touch Octopus and be funny and so on. But I can just watch it anywhere else. He's gonna bring out a DVD or it's gonna be a B side of a
Sorry, he's
album.
just gonna touch Octopus?
I remember from like Kanjani days.
No. In his last fan meet, he did that. It's like the mystery box. You know how he is with mystery boxes, right? And they place an octopus in the mystery box. It's like, Nande. You know how he is.
Yeah.
Jesus
Sorry.
Christ.
I love Rio. You know that.
I was thinking, like, because I had this image that it was like a fan meet, as in like a handshake event or something, and I was like, is he gonna touch the octopus and then everyone has to touch the octopus, like to like keep the distance,
The octopuses get
like shake hands with the octopus?
No, it's still not sanitary. It's liquid. It's gonna transfer. So
Octo-chan.
But I have to say, like, I respect that he knows that one of his like selling points is how terrified he is of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he knows to still use that. I like that.
it's just so awkward. You know how it is if it's alone and
right.
on stage. And why a fan meet? Right?
Well,
He
I
can make it
mean-
a whole like a full-blown concert. He has enough material to do it. Just a special redo of his last concert tour is gonna be okay. But then why a fan meet? Why he's better as a musician than a person talking.
Yeah, he's
so,
not an entertainer solo.
It might be the fact that that's the kind of thing that he didn't get to do much in that way while he was in the group, like
Right.
that kind of proximity to the audience and being able to talk to people without, having to not say certain things or whatever. So
But he
maybe that's
sucks
why
at
used
it.
To do it.
sorry, are you a fan here? Sorry, Casper.
No one is meaner to him than his own fans, I swear to God.
Do you watch his YouTube, Casper?
Well, you mean like the one with Jin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's just, he's the butt of all jokes.
Hmm.
He gets pummeled with all his abilities. He's being labeled as a drunkard there, and everybody just laughs at him. And it's like, it's entertainment for me because they're laughing at Rio, and I'm all for that.
Jimmy Mackie.
Jimmy Mackie.
That's all I care
But I applause for Jimmy Mackie. He's so patient with teaching Rio English. It's like, good job for you, Jimmy.
Claps for Jimmy. Claps for Jimmy. Let's wrap up the chat with Uchi has a bow tie and no one cares.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Probably like 5 people who care.
Yeah, there's about
I
5.
guess.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
still
sure.
cheap.
Welcome to episode 10. We have an actual topic again because things are starting to pop off. And today we're going to talk about a topic that may be a little bit controversial, but we think that it's interesting and it's thought-provoking for our listeners and also for those of us who are foreigners living in Japan. What we're going to talk about today is illegal downloading.
Dun, dun, dun.
I didn't know the best way to kind of introduce it, but
You wouldn't download a car.
I downloaded Johnny's.
I would, like, if I could.
Yeah, right? 3D printers, mate. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
The reason why this subject came up was I am going to be very vague because I don't want to throw anyone under buses or anything like that. We're not about that. But it all kind of was set off by a fan subber who lives in the country and made allusions to the fact that one of the Johnny's groups who had released a single actually hadn't charted or done very well because people weren't buying their CD. And instead of looking towards the Japanese fans who actually create the numbers for Oricon and things like that, they suddenly turned their ear to international fans. So it's like, if you weren't downloading this particular release, we would get your numbers because you're going to buy the CDs from CD Japan and Amazon. the big news here, and of course the thing that most of our listeners are probably aware of, is that all international sales through CD Japan, Amazon, etc., Yes Style, Yes Asia, which is the same company, they give nothing to Oticon. They do not count. And this has been the way for about 4 years now. So it popped off.
Yeah.
It was a real mess. People were upset because it was
Pointed at them, more or less.
yeah, it was pointed at them. And there was a lot of, I think, misunderstanding on the end of the person who initiated it, because people don't know what it's like to have to buy these CDs when you live overseas. They're incredibly expensive, Japanese CDs. Japanese DVDs are even more expensive. Like a box set, a television box set is over $200. And it doesn't have
then
subtitles.
You have to ship it like
Exactly.
Yeah,
across the globe.
exactly.
And there's always the risk of customs fees that
Yes.
is almost
Yeah.
the same price as the CDs.
Yeah, especially for Zaq, like for the Philippines, I know that the mail can be
Yeah,
really
shitty.
unreliable.
Yeah,
and
I got customs fee for the before. This is old school. This is never ending wonderful story of news. Me and my friends bought. I was the only one who has Amazon.jp account back then. So I bought 3 copies. 2 of them got custom, and it's the same price as the CD itself.
right.
So it's like, it's just
How is
hard.
it? Sorry.
Yeah.
How is it buying for you, Casper? Like, do you order much, like Johnny's CDs and stuff?
Not even Johnny's, even anime
Or-
CDs.
Yeah, like anything from Japan.
I mean, the only CDs I do buy today is probably like Johnny's stuff, like I guess Kanjani CDs, because I'm not really into any other groups currently. But I will, like, I don't know, it depends on the song that they release, like the single or whatever, and the extras. But I usually get like one because they release like 5,000 editions of every
Yeah.
single.
Just like the current one that they're
Yeah.
bringing out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just bought it as a set. I just found someone who was selling it as a set. 'Cause I'm not.
Well, I mean, they do that like on CD Japan. You can get
Yeah.
like a bundle of all the editions, but like I don't need like 4 like physical CD singles. Like I don't have anywhere to put all of that. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or do you?
Or
Or Johnny's bubble.
the thing is, what do you do with the other content? Dun 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 dun.
I mean, when I get the CDs, I rip them because I want them to be on my No One Laugh, my Walkman. Yes, I have a Walkman.
Yeah,
and
like you can't buy them on iTunes. You
Yeah, you
can't
can.
listen
It's
to
just
it
right.
on fucking Spotify. Like, of course I'm gonna rip it.
Arashi's on Spotify.
yeah, and that's just because of Matsujun. Because I don't know if y'all saw. Yeah, but seriously, did you see the Ride on Time documentary thing on Netflix that I mentioned earlier?
Yeah.
There was this
Yeah.
episode where he went to like LA or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and he talked to, I think it was like the YouTube guy or whatever, who told him like you have to be on every platform, and he was like, oh, okay. So I guess they let him do
Bless
that,
fucking
but I don't know why
Matsujin.
No, it's a twist. He
why
has a
Arashi is like the only group that
Well, I
they
think-
let do that.
Cynical Manda says it's because they're on their way out. So they're trying to get as much money as they can, which is fair
I
enough.
also think that when the Olympics were going to happen, we all know Arashi was going to be the face of the Olympics. Like, but you know, they made an Instagram account in their very last year of being a group. The
Yeah.
Instagram account posts in English. Like, they're obviously trying to get a foreign audience from Arashi, I guess, because they figure they're the most marketable or something. I don't know. But, like, so I guess that makes sense that they would be put on Spotify, but
I don't know.
And maybe Jonas is like using it as kind of an experiment to see how they do, and if they do well, then maybe they'll consider putting other groups on there. I don't know.
I hope so. I think it's a way to sort of open arms and to you know, something you hear a lot is people are going to K-pop because it's infinitely more accessible
They are.
than what J-pop is. And it's always been like that. And with the death of Mega Upload, no one was around anymore. No, the people who had those files on Mega Upload, they're not around anymore to upload them. They have jobs. They've got lives, kids probably, you know. But it's just, there isn't a point, in my opinion, to split hairs about buying a CD to support a group in 2020. We should be streaming to support groups.
That girl's pointing to younger groups. And let's admit it, most of the fans of those groups are early 20s or college students.
Yeah, they're not used to buying CDs.
And they don't have the capacity to actually buy those CDs. And one of the things that came up with this discussion in Twitter is that people are being pressured. Like I'm not a fan if I don't buy these CDs, and people are feeling guilty that no, I'm so sorry. I feel ashamed that it's not that I don't have the money to buy them. And
but if you just give up one boba tea per day,
don't. That's where everything popped up because
it got really classist really fast.
Really classist. Basically, the narrative and the conversation swung very fast, almost whiplash, towards the idea of the one-day latte.
Oh God, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Able to just buy a house like
Yeah.
in a week if you stop buying coffee. Yeah.
Thanks, my country, for the avocado on toast analogy. But it sort of swung very quickly to that. Well, if you didn't have your boba tea, because apparently that's what the young'uns drink, you could afford this CD. And it's like, fuck you.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Especially when you're talking to fans in, you know, lower income countries. Like, it's not. Okay. And
like most of Southeast Asia.
The thing is, it's like, I came from those countries. I'm lucky enough that I didn't work to live when I started with Johnny's.
Most of the Johnny's fans who are from or who are international are from that area. Right?
Yeah.
Asia.
And I know a lot of people right now who's like struggling with even the COVID because of their job security.
That's what makes it ridiculous.
And
that
it's
she's
like
saying this in this time.
So
I just got really mad. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna have to turn the levels down there.
No, it's like, people are struggling to even know if they have jobs and so on. And people like these people, even if they don't buy the CDs, especially for the younger groups, they are contributing to the fandom. They're the ones subbing. They're the ones sharing photos. They're the one pushing for radio exposures for their own countries. And what you do for your fandom doesn't need to be equal to money or your capacity, because right now it's more of the media presence. Media presence will trickle down to more job offers for the group you like. The more money that they will get, the more television exposures that they have. So
Exactly.
if you and one quote that you're saying is like, buy or fangirl at your own capacity. You don't need to be pressured by these people who feel so entitled and they are not aware of the situations of other people.
Yeah. And what really just, the person who is saying all this is a fan subber, and fan subbing is not legal. And, you know, they had a lot of excuses of, oh, well, I only sub TV, which Japanese people get for free. And it's like,
this is basically where I stepped in to play good cop. I actually was playing good cop, but I explained to her that actually television is not free. It is actually illegal still to record television and to rip television. It's the same when we were kids. It's illegal to tape television when we had VCRs. And it's just one of those things. It's a copyright thing. It's something that's always going to be, because it's someone's intellectual property. And I think people forget that television is someone's intellectual property.
And we pay for it, even if it's a free channel, by
Through
putting our
taxes.
eyes on advertisements.
And in Japan, you pay for it. NHK guy.
Yeah, exactly. But that's why
guy.
that's why you pay for Netflix. That's why you pay for Hulu. And if you don't pay, you get ads.
So that's why I was kind of like, this isn't. I'm sorry, I'm kicking the apple box from underneath you, because no, what you're actually doing is illegal, and Johnny's have and Johnny's will prosecute for more and less than what you're actually doing.
Yeah.
Fan subbing is something that is always going to be a grey area. That's why it's always hidden in live journals and all this and that. Whereas the idea that I have to pull my credit card or my cash out just to tell you that I'm a fan, that's where I have to kind of go, mate.
Yeah.
Without the fan subbers, like, I probably wouldn't know about any of their activities, like in as much depth that I do now. So I'm actually very thankful to the people who are kind of like risking.
Oh, of course,
risking it
absolutely.
all to do that.
Yeah, like I said all that, but I support fan subbing just as much as I support people downloading things when they can't afford them. Like,
But when you're using it as a straw man argument,
yeah,
you know, it's,
when you're saying like the illegal thing you're doing is bad, but the illegal thing I'm doing is noble, like that's bullshit.
like the two big Kanjani fan subbers who no longer sub for reasons mainly that they have jobs and families now. You know, they did it because they were bored, because they could, and you know, we wouldn't have been able to see patch uppers, and we wouldn't have been able to understand the nuances in patch uppers, because it was all in Kansai ban and all that sort of stuff. And wow, we're blessed. That's fantastic. But please do not tell me how to support my group. I have been to concerts. I can buy the goods. I can buy the CDs. But at the same time, I'm not going to look at someone who doesn't have 16 pen lights that are ruining the environment because we're sucked into buying them every time and go,
You're not a fan. I'm so
not
sorry.
a fan.
Old fan rant. Nah.
Sorry, Kasper.
Get off my lawn.
He's an old fan, right?
Yeah.
I
Like-
am actually, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Hello, Grandpa.
I mean,
Don't
we are
you think
lucky.
these kids should get off our lawns?
What they call that? We're lucky that the live journal Kanjani 8 community was very nice or very well active when we started.
Yeah, those are the reasons why I like never engaged in fandom, because I saw that shit and I was like,
Yeah, we were so lucky that all of the downloads were there.
Mm-hmm.
We
There were,
have
like master posts.
yeah,
and stuff,
Mediafire, and
But to prove the point, Doz-chan didn't disappear because of vague reasons. Doz-chan was DMCA claimed.
Yeah, she
So
had
the-
like 7 different accounts.
yeah.
Rip Doz-chan. We love you.
Yeah.
I love you, Dalshan. I still see her posts in Instagram.
Oh,
Moment of silence for
Doz-chan.
Doz-chan.
those
Yeah.
Chan.
And then I found where she gets her files. Anyways, and they're not uploading anymore because they know we're leechers. Anyways, so what they call that?
Yeah, she was treated like shit.
it's
Yeah.
hard enough it's hard enough already to like get your hands on the like Johnny's releases when you live abroad like I do. So these people are just like making it worse. I mean, it's already like Johnny's Entertainment doesn't want me to be a fan. Like,
Yeah,
in that
actually.
way. So it's like, yeah, go ahead, just make it even
I mean, that's
harder. Thank you.
he's probably a razor from the dead. You're welcome. Let's wrap it up. Kasper, you've never seen a con, right?
Never, no. Like overall, I mean, I wish I had the chance to see them when they were still 7, because that would have been the best. But I feel like even if I don't know, I'll be happy if I just get to see them once, even if they're not 7 anymore, and even if my favorite Subaru is not there anymore. I'll be happy if I can just see them once. I don't know. But even if I haven't seen them live, I don't know. I still feel like fulfilled as a fan somehow.
Do you feel a pressure to buy the goods?
I do, in a way, because like I mentioned earlier, it kind of feels like Johnny's Entertainment is like actively trying to stop me from being a fan, or like blocking every option that I have to be a fan with outside of buying the CDs, because there was a time where you could even read the J-Webs and stuff in English like for a couple of years, but then they just stopped that like for no reason. And since they're not on any streaming sites, well, I guess they're on Twitter now, but it's not, even there's, it's not. So in that sense, I do feel the pressure to buy the CDs to support them, but I don't feel guilty if I, turn to other ways of getting the content.
I guess just don't be an asshole when it comes to international fans and
like a fangirl or fanboy at your own pace, at your own time. Like
fan non-binary.
Yeah, that's it. Just be a fan at your own pace. The thing is, it's like if you want to collect stuff, their goods, it's your own discretion. If you have the money, do so, but don't prioritize fandom over more important stuff.
Look, it's not my fault that every single concert I buy the Maru photo set, and then after a concert I walk back into the goods line and I buy an Okura one, okay? It's not my fault.
Don't at me that it's already a common thing that if I buy goods for Kanzani, it's just Okura and Rio one set.
Any last words?
No.
just the meme of Okura saying no.
Laura was making this face that you couldn't see. It was bizarre. All right, so let's move on to Rolling Coaster Radio, which of course is the segment where you guys get to tell us why you love Johnny's. We're really excited about the response that we've had. Of course, last episode we had the dulcet tones of... Why did I sound like a robot then? Dulcet tones.
Dulcet tones.
Also, I'm right here.
Yeah. Kasper? We had Kasper give his feels about It's My Thighs. So we give you the option with the Google Doc where you can send a recording of yourself, or you can also send text, which we will read like, I don't know, Stephen Fry. That's someone who reads a lot of books. So this week we have Elisa, who is Nikyo-san, I'm going to say, on Twitter. She's very well known for making her own goods, ironically. Considering the topic that we were covering. She's very talented.
Oh, that's her.
Yeah,
her
very
stuff is so cool.
Her stuff is so cool. If you want to be inspired to make your own goods, she's fantastic. And the song that she has chosen is one that I thought would come up earlier, just quietly, but it's one that means a lot to a lot of people. So in place of Elisa, we have Laura, who is going to be talking about life.
High school was a generally bad experience for me, and I often thought of giving up. But I changed schools and made new friends, which led me to find Johnny's groups, and it basically improved my life. A couple years later, I began listening to News and Kanjani 8, and about a year later, the song came out. It immediately clicked with me. The music was more my jam, but when I read the lyric translation, I felt seen and understood. They were encouraging me. Lines like, "It's not over yet," "I cried, but one day I'll laugh," "You should live for yourself," "I want to continue because I'm not alone," opened my eyes to realize how far I'd come and gave me the very last push I needed in a new chapter in my life. It is my ultimate favorite song, and the fact that it was their first band single makes it all the more special. I already considered myself a fan, but this song cemented me as their fan for life.
Tildies.
Also, thank you, Jam Ladies, for making a one-of-a-kind podcast. You're welcome.
Thank
Yay.
you.
You're welcome.
Thank you guys.
Well, you're one of us now.
Yes. Jam gentleman.
No, he's a jam lad.
Jam lad. Yeah.
Jam
Hey,
lad.
laddie.
Horrible, but yeah.
Yeah, so life is...
It's
life,
like
life's that song.
no.
Yeah.
The thing is with
Life's that bitch.
no, life opened up Kanjani to a whole new fandom, a new whole set of fans. Like
I think so.
at when it came out, when it came out, I remember people or non Johnny's fans saying, "Ooh, what's this song? This is an amazing song."
Right.
More male Johnny's fan, or more male fans pop out of the woodworks, and that's amazing.
Yeah.
What year? It was Patch Uppers, so
Yeah.
2010.
2010.
Yeah, 9 or 10 maybe.
Yeah.
And it's good. It's
Yeah.
really
It's one of those songs where, like, if I think about it, or if it comes up on shuffle, I don't always listen to it, and I don't have a lot of strong feelings about it, but then when they play it at a concert, I'm like, yes! Like,
It's a
it
good
just,
song.
yeah, it always has a lot of feeling behind it in their performance of it, I think. Like, I think it's an important song for them as well.
Yeah, I think for sure it is. I mean, they chose to play that one, like, if you remember the last Kanjam before Subaru left, they played that as their last song, so I think it means a lot to all of them.
Yeah.
I believe it was like Spaceline. I believe it was written for them with them in mind, if I remember correctly, when they were putting together the Patch Uppers CD. I mean, it's one of those songs that I used to kind of, I don't want to say like mentally skip over when it was in concert, but when I really started focusing on playing the drums again, I realized how, like, I would watch Okra more, because there's a lot of difficulty in the drumming. It's not just a very simple song. So it's something that he worked really hard when he was kind of a bit laissez-faire about learning the drums properly. And my favorite part is always his bridge kura part, where he basically has a meltdown where he's like,
Yes.
away from the microphone.
and
Yes.
everybody's like swooning.
Yeah.
And there's like the camera from
Yeah.
overhead,
and
and
he's shaking drums. Yeah,
Yes.
etc. Yeah.
love that.
Love it.
No, the thing is with Live also, it's the first serious song that they had since debut. Like, we have Osaka Rainy
Yeah.
Blues, but then it's still Osaka. And it's like, out of all of, for years of novelty songs, here comes Life, a band song, showcasing them as serious musicians. And it's like, the best, amazing.
Yeah,
And
I don't always think about that fact of life.
fact of life.
But it's true.
But yeah, like it really did open a door
Yeah.
in a way.
Because
for them.
after that, we have already a lot of ballads, a lot of band songs. We still have what they call that, other novelty songs, but
Yeah.
then it just changed the
A
feel
lot,
of
yeah.
Johnny.
Yeah.
So, Kasper, what are your thoughts of Maru during that PV?
It was an interesting time. I mean, actually, because as you guys know, like, my first, like, intro to the group was when they were just doing, like, Sukoke and like It's My Soul and those really goofy novelty songs like that. And I love those songs. But I was like used to seeing all of them in like that light of like I don't know, a comedic kind of light, which I loved. But then when Life came out and I saw like all of them, I don't know, they just looked completely different, and the vibe that they all had was really different. So I was like intrigued in a new way and impressed by all of them, including Maru at that time.
Answer the question, Kasper.
I don't hate it.
I don't hate it.
Oh my God. What an Amanda response.
Yeah.
It's interesting. That's it.
Yeah.
His shoes aren't terrible.
No, damn, son. He's wearing that striped shirt and he's got the palm and
She's gonna strangle Mario no shore.
yeah, I have, Kasper, you can see I've got a white girl bun on today because, you know, why not? And it's just moving really like intensely. I really loved the photography in the singles. I think that was really cool. Have you seen that, Kasper? The inside of the singles. So I remember searching high and low for the limited edition A version of that, and I could only find it for like 6,000 yen for ages. And then Mandarake, I don't know, they have competition now with like Johnny Fan and stuff like that. So they dropped a lot of their prices. And so I was able to scoop that bitch up.
Yeah. With the change of life, it changed a lot of people's lives.
I think
it came also with the time of Chisim. So it's a really big change with Kanjani.
Yeah.
2010 is like a real 360.
But yeah, I think life will forever be that bitch, and we love it greatly. And thank you, Alyssa. God, I hope I'm saying your name right. Go follow her on Twitter. We'll leave her link below. And as per usual, you can find pinned at the top of our Twitter the Google Doc where you too can participate. Next episode, we actually will have input from a Tokyo fan, which is exciting. But that means, of course, we want to hear from other Johnny's fans as well, not just Kanjani 8, because this little crazy, sparkly, sequinedy, feathery bubble that we are all in, we're in it together, a la High School Musical. Thank you for joining us for our 10th episode. It's taken a bloody long time to get here, but...
bloody long year, 2020.
Yeah. So please look forward to what is happening in the future. We're going to be hanging around. We're still going to be here. We're going to drag Kasper on now because he actually seems quite good at this.
Yeah.
How do you feel, Kasper?
I mean, first of all, thanks so much for having me. I kind of was nervous because I have a tendency to like trail off in the middle of sentences. I don't plan ahead before speaking, so I was worried. But it went okay.
Yeah.
And I'm really happy to hear that you would even want me back. It makes me feel really happy.
We like
fun.
you a lot.
I like you too.
Yeah.
I guess you're okay. You're okay.
All right. As per usual, we can be found on Twitter, iTunes, Spotify, your grandmother's iPod, a cheesecake. I can't even remember anymore. But if you do give us 5 stars on iTunes, it does put us to the top of the search rankings, as we always harp on. And then eventually Yamapi, Jim, Aki, and Tego will pay attention to us and come on our show.
We can go get tattoos with Tego.
Yes! We can make it this a very special episode when Kasper comes to visit. But unless anyone else has anything to say.
Yeah, just remember, you are loved.
You are loved. You are important.
Yeah.
We will leave links below. So, all right. Thank you, Mr. Kasper, for joining us. Now you can go enjoy your day because it's, what time is it now?
For me, it's like 1 p.m. It's like really early.
Go have some lunchies.
Yes.
Go have some lunchies. Thank you, girls.
Thank
and
you.
as always, we have been the Jam Ladies and Jam Lad until Brexit, anyway. And Kanjani Eito.
Yo, stop it.